Hey everyone, welcome back to this week's weekly market update for the week of August 15th, 2016. Now last week we have seen price points fluctuate a bit, and in the next couple of minutes I'll show you exactly why that's happening and what that means for you. So here we are in the second week of August, and we're seeing a continuation of similar trends we had at the beginning of the month as well. So jumping right into it, in the west side of Vancouver, 265 condos listed so far this month, 148 of those sell. So we're inching along here at a very steady pace. In fact, if we're looking at our absorption rates, and we'll pull up right in the map here, you see there's actually absolutely no change whatsoever on the west side of Vancouver for absorption rates. That's how many condos of what's coming on the market are selling at 55%, same percentage as it was a week ago. And then also in the blue areas, slight decreases in absorption rates, and in Burnaby, a slight increase in absorption rates. But we're more or less staying quite steady. So seeing still far more demand than we are seeing replenishment of supply. However, lower numbers than we have traditionally throughout the past 6 months of this year. Now, looking at price points, where are we at? So on the west side of Vancouver, we're at $779,000 average price. Again, looking across the Metro Vancouver region, slight increases for most of Metro Vancouver, and slight decreases in North Vancouver and Richmond in blue. But let's look at the price points over the course of a year, and where are we? We're at a 2% increase year to year on the west side of Vancouver. Now, some of you might say, hang on a second, I thought the market's crazy. 2% doesn't sound crazy to me. And you're right, 2% is in fact considered over a course of a year to be quite a normal and healthy price increase. However, that 2% is based on price points collected between August 1st and August 14th total. We're only halfway through the month so far, and if we're looking at total price points, we're usually looking at them for the entire duration of a 30-day period for an entire month. So we still have some time for price points to increase. The other thing I'll point out as well, at the end of July, we did see an average price point of $910,000, so that compared to a year ago today, that's a 17% increase in price points, which is very, very strong for price increase. Now, the other thing that you might notice looking at this chart is that there's a lot of up and down, and that means that price points are fluctuating, and they do tend to do that over the course of a shorter period. But what I'll point out is that always in the long term, price points do seem to increase, and that's the trend we want to see, is that price points are increasing. That's why you buy real estate, and when you buy real estate, you want to hold on to it for a long term. If it does a high growth in a short period, that's great. I would call it the cherry on top of a cake. However, the intention should always be long term, and as you can see with trends, if price points continue to increase over long term, the longer you hold, the better your investment will turn out to be. So if you have any questions about any of the information I presented to you guys today, or if you're thinking of buying or selling, do feel free to reach out to me directly. You can do so by calling or texting the number right below. Of course, also I'd love your shares of this video on Facebook, messages, and direct messages. Until this time next week, have a wonderful week ahead. Bye-bye.